So here I have the Syma X21. Now this says the X21W, but it is not the W. The W is the one that, if you look on the box here, have it upside down. The X21W is the one that comes with a camera. This does not come with a camera. So it is the X21, and I got the red one. So let's take a look at everything that comes in the box, and then we're gonna take this out and fly it. We do have a pretty thick manual. Under here is a full set of spare props. You get a little Phillips screwdriver, and then you get your USB charger. We have this controller here, and it's a pretty nice controller. It's not too big either, because some of these controllers for some of these drones lately have been just way too big, but this is a nice size controller. Very clean looking. I like it. It does require 4 AA batteries. Now for the drone. And here it is. Here is the drone. It is a pretty decent sized drone. It is as big as my hand here. It does have a little battery compartment here where you can get to the battery, take it out, so you can purchase. I did see in this parts here, you can purchase additional batteries right here. But it does come with a 3.7 volt, 380 milliamp hour LiPo battery. So we're gonna charge that up, and as soon as we're charged up, we're ready to fly. Okay, we have the Syma X21 here, and it's all charged up. It does fit pretty snug in there. You have to kind of crunch the wires in there to get it to fit, but it snaps back in place. We're gonna put the front of the drone facing forward because I'll show you why. Now I am on the driveway. It's fairly level. It just rained, the grass is really wet. I'm just gonna take off from the driveway here. So to get started, all we do is we turn the controller on, and then we push the power button, hold it for a few seconds, and then it'll be blinking. So up, down to bind. So now we have a bind. So if we want to calibrate the drone for a level surface, we just take the sticks and hold them to the right. And you saw it flash like that real quick. That means it was calibrated. So when it stops flashing, we're good to go. Now if we go to the left, that tells the drone which is the front. So when we are in headless mode, it'll know the front from the back and all that other stuff. So there's 3 different ways we can take off. We could take the sticks like this, and both to the bottom inside, and now it'll activate the propellers, and then we could just hit up, and then it'll take off. So can do the same to land it. I think this cuts the power off though, watch. Yep, see, it just shuts the propellers off. So you can do it that way. So you can also hit this top button here. See the propellers start up and it takes off by itself. And then to land it, hit that button again, and here it comes down. And there it is. And then the last way that you can take off is you hit up 1 time, 2 times. So when you hit it the 2nd time, it will take off. And then to land it, just bring it down and keep holding down and it'll shut off. So that is your takeoff and landing. Let's talk about the dual rates. So let's take off again. So to switch the rates, we just push in on the right button, actually the right stick. You push in, you heard the 2 beeps, hit it again, you'll hear 1 beep, and now that is the first rate. That is the first rate right there. It slows the yaw down, and it also slows the pitch and roll down. So let's go into the higher rate. And yeah, it picks up the yaw. and it also picks up the speed a little bit. It's still not the fastest. So let's do some flips now. Let's hit this bottom button here. Okay, so you have to hold the button in and then your direction. You see that? I thought you just push it and then the direction, which that does nothing. You have to hold that bottom button in and then, so we did front flips. Let's do a side roll there to the left and to the right. Let's do it again. It does pretty good flips. Yeah, they're pretty tight flips. Back flip. Okay, so that works. Now I'm trying to work my way through the whole functions before the battery dies, because it is not a very big battery. To trim it, you see I'm drifting away. Hold the left button in and you can trim it to what direction you want. You have to hold the left button in, and then once you're done trimming you can let go. I say button, I mean the left stick. You have to push it in. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, there is headless mode. So for headless mode, you hold the right stick in and hold it in until you hear, now you hear the beeping. Now you see the lights are flashing on the, they're very slow. It's a very slow flash, but that means headless mode. So let's see here, there's the, yep, there we go. See, it doesn't matter which way I'm facing. I can control it with this right stick and it'll go whichever direction I want it to go, no matter which way the front of the drone is facing. So yep, headless mode is working pretty well. Let's get out of headless mode, hold that back in for a few seconds. You'll hear that long beep and we are back in regular flying mode. And that's pretty much it. I worked my way through the controls. These buttons here are for the camera version. It's like one's a photo and one's a video button. And now we have low voltage detection, which is those flashing lights right there, meaning the battery is too low and that we should probably land. Also, it will not do flips. See, I'm holding the flip button in and it will not flip. Pretty much means it's time to land it. So that is the flight time right there. Not very long, because for one, the milliamp hour on the battery is not very high and the drone is a little bit bigger and a little heavy, so it does use a lot of battery really fast. So let's land this. I'm going to charge this up and we are gonna get a little montage going on here. So, oh, where's it going? There we go. So that was the Syma X21, and not a bad flyer. It's pretty good. It almost flies exactly the same as the X20P, which I just had on the channel last month, but it's still not a bad flyer. A little slow. It doesn't have an overall top speed, but you do have a slow beginner speed and then a more advanced speed, and it flies very stable. You have the altitude hold, which I don't think I mentioned. You have altitude hold, and then you have the flips and tricks and headless mode and all that stuff that goes with it. So it is a pretty good flyer. Syma always makes really good stuff. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, comment if you want to enter. But I hope to see you with the next Ready to Run RC.